Hello Year 10, this is Mr. McGettigan. Welcome to another lesson on Pharrell Williams's Freedom. If you have not been keeping up with these lessons, you must go back. You can do that through my YouTube page, or you can go back over media studies lessons that I've left on Show My Homework and get the links for that. It's very important that you watch these in sequence. Okay, your title today is Pharrell Audiences. It says Component 2, Section B. That basically just means it's Paper 2. You're going to be asked questions on music videos in Paper 2, and it'll be the second section of that exam paper. Okay, don't worry about the date. That's the date for me, not for you. Okay, so I would like you, first thing I would like you to do is I would like you to click this link, and it's on Show My Homework as well. I want you to watch this video. This is basically of Pharrell Williams doing some narration for the children's film The Grinch. Okay, and I want you to write some answers to these questions. Why would Pharrell Williams do this, and what might this tell us about his target demographics? Do that now, please. Okay, so as you can see, Pharrell Williams, from this video, Pharrell Williams narrates the children's film The Grinch. Now, you could say that Pharrell Williams is doing this because he wants a really young audience. He wants to appeal to 5- and 6-year-olds. Okay, that could be an argument, but I think it's more likely that Pharrell Williams would do this because he wants to appeal to a wide audience. He's looking for mainstream appeal, and that means children, but it also means parents. Okay, I am a parent of young children, and when I was in my late teens, early 20s, Pharrell Williams was making music with bands such as NERD. And what we're thinking about here is he's now going for a family market. His target demographics are very wide. I wouldn't say as old as, say, 60 or 70, but certainly between the ages of 13 and 40 are his target demographics. Okay, so let's think about that. The audience, who are they? I want you to watch the video for Pharrell Williams' Freedom again. A link is on the Show My Homework assignment. And I would like you to write down some words in a mind map describing the demographic audience for Pharrell Williams' Freedom. Pause the video and do this now, please. Okay, so you've probably got some ideas about who the audience are. I'm going to give you some of my ideas and explain them to you. Okay, so I would say that they are clearly female and male. Okay, by this, what I mean is there are some musical artists, such as, for example, One Direction, who target specific genders. The One Direction's target audience is a female target audience. Okay, and there are many different reasons for that, and that's all absolutely fine. But Pharrell Williams doesn't do that. He's not going for a specific gender. He is looking for both of the genders. We can see that he is targeting a teenage or young adult audience. Okay, we can see this by the use of colourful mise-en-scène, the use of editing. We can see this through the use of youth costume language and costume codes. The kind of hip hop style to some of the dancing in this shows that it comes from a teenage young adult stance. Okay. We can tell that his target audience are fashionable. Okay, now Clothes are very, very important to Pharrell Williams, and we can see that through his Instagram and his Facebook feeds and on his website, and we'll do more of that as we go through towards the end of the course. But we can see that clothes and fashion are very, very important to him. His audience are urban. They live in cities, okay? And we can tell this through the musical style. It's an R&B, hip-hop style of music, which typically appeals to urban people who live in inner cities or within cities. You could say possibly suburban as well, and I would agree with that. We can tell that there is mixed ethnicities in this video. We can see lots of representation of lots of different ethnicities. And so we can see that he's going for a wide audience. And this last one, socially conscious. His audience clearly care about the problems in society. This song is about the problems in society, those that don't have freedom, those who feel enslaved or oppressed. And it's those people that he's trying to appeal to, the socially conscious, those people who know about and care about the problems and injustices within society. Okay, so what you guys are going to do now is you're going to go to a website called YouGov, okay, and there's a link to it on Show My Homework, okay, and I'll basically show you now that you can go onto this website, okay, yougov.co.uk/topics/entertainment, okay, and you can find out loads and loads of information about different entertainment and celebrity people. Okay, so let's say I could link to Joe Wicks, the body coach. Okay, that gives me a little bit of information about who he is. He's an influencer. He's the second most popular influencer and the second most famous. There's some information here about how people feel of him. 24% of people who were surveyed have a positive opinion of Joe Wicks. 10% negative, 25% neutral, 59% have never heard of him, blah, blah, blah. And basically what this website does is it takes lots of different surveys and marketing that companies do and collates it all into lots of information. And it's a website that the marketing industry uses to find out, right, who are our audience, okay? And you can see with Joe Wicks, he's most popular with millennials, 43% positive opinion, more popular with women. If you want to scroll over, it says millennials were born between 1982 and 1999, Generation X between 1965 and 1981, so I am in Generation X. Baby boomers just before that, okay, and then you got women and men, and then you can scroll down and find other data and articles about these people, okay. What I would like you to do now is I want you to go onto YouGov, okay, and the link is on Show My Homework, as I've said. Go up to the search icon, which is just up here. Search for Pharrell Williams, and I want you to find out some information about his fans. Who are they? Who really likes him? Who does he appeal to? What kinds of jobs do they do? All of that kind of information I want you to make a note of now. Pause the video and do that research now, please. Okay, so you might have found out some of this information, but this is something that I want you to notice. Now, I found out when I was doing some research on Pharrell Williams, that there is a mid-range politics. This will appeal to a more mainstream audience. So his audience are not completely right-wing. They're not completely left-wing. They're somewhere in the middle. They're a little bit more right-wing, but only a little bit. Okay, and if you'll remember when we went back, when we were doing newspapers, what left and right wing politics means. Okay, so it also says that it's considerably gender biased towards females. Okay, I would disagree with that. Okay, and it's a little bit more biased towards the young. And it shows us, this information also shows us about Pharrell Williams, that his audience are potentially educated to a good standards, because if you look at their hobbies, what are they into? Pub quizzes, Scrabble, spending time with a partner, Sudoku. These are educational hobbies in their interest. So that suggests to us that Pharrell Williams is looking for educated, young, female people with either left or right-wing politics. So it's not just age that we're looking for when we're targeting audience. We need to look at lots of different aspects. And I'd like you to make a note on Pharrell Williams' audience now, please. Any of this information that is new to you after you've done your research, get that information down, please. Okay, so now we're going to look at uses and gratifications theory. This is a little bit of revision over what we've done with Fortnite and with the Katy Perry work that we've done. But this is very, very important for you to get used to talking about uses and gratifications. So it's okay if you know a lot about it. This can be revision. Okay. What I'd like you to do is I would like you to draw up this table. Okay, that I have just that I've got in front of you. Write down in one column the key areas of the use and gratifications theory, which are identification, education, entertainment, social interaction. Write down the main points of the explanation for each of these key areas. So in identification, we're able to recognize parts of ourselves in what we're seeing. We're looking for role models, and we're looking to see others who reflect our values. Education, we want to be given information and knowledge about the world. Entertainment, we're using media as a distraction from our daily lives. We enjoy escapism to alternative worlds and stories. And social interaction, media can provide spark for discussion, and the media encourages audience to get involved with each other. Once you've got that down, I would like you to go back and watch the video once again, and I would like you to find any evidence in the music video of these uses and gratifications being met by the video. So think about the audience. Why would the audience use this video for a sense of identification, for education, for entertainment, or for social interaction? And write your answers down in this column, please. Pause the video and do that now, please. Okay, so hopefully now you've got some evidence in the from the music video that shows that the audience uses this video for these key areas. Okay. Here are some of my notes that if you didn't have in that first go round, you could get written down. So, for identification, there is a diverse population represented within this video, and it allows a wide audience to recognize their culture within. If you are white, you will see white people there. If you are black, you will see black people there. If you are Asian, if you are Native American, if you are Latino, you will see this diverse population represented within. And it shows that actually what I said earlier about this mix of race and ethnicity that he's got in his target audience is clearly there. Okay. Education now. We learn a little bit. It's not massively educational, but there's education about issues of oppression around the world. Clearly, he's looking in the video at global issues. He's not just focusing on the issues of his hometown or of America itself. And there's education about different cultures. Okay. Entertainment. There are joyful scenes which provide an ideal world for escape for the audience. There's also aspects of mise en scène. There's aspects of editing. There's aspects of costume codes which are enjoyable to watch. Some of the dancing scenes are enjoyable to watch. And we can lose ourselves in the fast editing of that. So it is entertaining. It is distracting. We can escape, even if it's for 3.5 minutes. And then we have social interaction. The song has a clear political or social message, and it encourages debate or discussion. So we can watch this and we can talk about it. Okay, a great way of thinking about what people feel about it is to scroll down in the comments and see that social interaction that people have about the video itself. There's also use of iconic figures such as Muhammad Ali, which it attracts the audiences for similar reasons. Okay, so we're looking at this media text. We're looking at this music video through the lens of the uses and gratifications theory. Why do the audience use it, and what gratification do they have fulfilled by this particular music video? Okay. Update your notes to show this information now, please. Pause the video while you do that. Okay, so the last thing I want you to do now, and it kind of leads on to next week's lesson, is show you this. This is an Instagram post from, it's a few years ago now, but it's from Pharrell's official Instagram account. Okay, and I want you to just have a look at it, and I want you to have a think. What does this post say to Pharrell's audience? Okay, what does it say to us? And what does it say maybe about us? Okay, so we can see here, ooh, I want those pants. And when he says pants, we mean trousers. Okay, in America, that's what trousers mean. We've got como luces. We've got something which looks like possibly Russian or Greek. Funky. We've got French. We've got you'll have these. These are wavy. I see these and feel McQueen. These have already left the building, I believe. So have a look at this. Have a think about this. You don't have to write it down. We're going to be looking at this in next week's lesson. What does it say to and about Pharrell Williams' audience? Now that's the last thing from me. On Friday's lesson, I'm not going to be putting anything on Show My Homework because it's going to be our live Teams lesson. Those of you who didn't attend last week's live Teams lesson, you really should have. It's very important that you attend these lessons, and specifically the one next week, because I'm going to be setting you off on the first bit of research that you need to be doing for your coursework. So it's really important for everybody to be attending that. And so Jake, you need to be attending. Maddie Day, BB, I need to see that you're there. Jack, Mohab and Ollie, I need to see that you're there as well, please. It is not okay for you to be skipping those lessons. I don't care if it's 9 o'clock in the morning. If it were 9 o'clock in the morning in school, you would already be in your first lesson. So there's no excuses. Sir, I don't get up in time. Sorry, I slept in. Not an excuse, I'm afraid. Okay. If I'm not happy with the work that you have been doing over lockdown, when we come to September, you will be catching up in your own time. We will not be catching up in class. We simply don't have the time. Okay? So, that's my telling off done. I will see you on Friday, hopefully all of you, for our Teams lesson, where we're going to go through what we're doing for our coursework, and I'm going to be talking to you about the thriller genre. That's all from me. I hope everybody is well and staying safe. I hope you're enjoying your time going back into school. I'm sure everybody is. I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.